Hello lovely people, I discovered an exciting way to cook palm oil beans. So today I'll be sharing with you how to make Nigerian palm oil beans. All you need to do is to trust the process and I'll show you how to prepare palm oil beans with veggies. The amazing thing about this simple recipe is how delicious it tastes and it is loaded with veggies. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm the online cook, and for my existing subscribers, it is always amazing to have you here. Without wasting too much of your time, let's get right in. I'll start by cleaning the beans with water. I'll clean my beans twice because my beans is not very dirty, but if you notice a lot of dust on your beans, I'll suggest you clean it as many times as possible with water. Also, if you'd like to watch a step-by-step process on how to clean beans properly before cooking, I have that video up here on this blog ready for you to enjoy. So after cleaning the beans, I'll proceed to pour everything into a bowl or into my pot. Then I'll add enough water for the first stage of cooking. There are different stages in this beans recipe, and I'd like you to trust this process and come along with me. After I add water, I'll place it on the pot and allow it to cook for 6 minutes or until it starts to boil. While I cook the beans, I'll go ahead and chop my onion to get it ready for the second stage of cooking palm oil beans. Now that I'm done with chopping the onions, it's time for one major part or one major process that should not be ignored, and that is draining the beans water. Beans water should be drained because of the way the Nigerian dried beans is processed. Many times it contains chemicals. These chemicals are used to preserve the beans and to stop them from getting spoiled by insects, and this is the water that I have just drained out. So after draining the beans water for the first time, I'll pour the beans back into the pot. Then I'd add more water for the cooking. After I add water, I'd add the chopped onions that I made earlier on. Then I'll cover the pot and cook the beans until it is very soft. While I do this, you can like this video, you can leave your comment, you can share this video, and of course you can subscribe to this channel. That would be so lovely. So this is the beans after cooking for about 15 minutes. The water is dry, but it is essential for me to check if the beans is soft enough, and that is what I'm about to do. After trying to break open the beans, I realized that the beans is soft, but not as soft as I would like it to be. So I'd add more water and then I'll continue to cook on high heat. One major part about this beans recipe is that the beans must be very soft. After cooking for extra 10 minutes, it's time to check the beans again, and as I did earlier, I'll scoop just a few grains of beans on my spoon or spatula, and then I'll just press it to see if it's soft enough, and you might as well go ahead and taste it as well. Now what I can feel here is that my beans is soft, but I need some of the liquid or the water to dry up considerably, because of the next step would be such that I would not want too much liquid to be in the beans. Take a look at all the liquid or water that I have in the beans is a lot. So I'll cover the beans and give the beans a chance to further soften while getting the water to dry as well. So here I have my beans now, and it's time for me to check if the water has dried up well. And as you can see in the video, the water has dried up considerably. Also, I like to check if the beans is very soft, and of course it is soft and perfect for the next step. Now the next step in this cooking process is to add my vegetables and other ingredients, but first I'd add half tablespoon of salt, my chopped red bell pepper, green bell pepper, and yellow bell pepper, also my frozen sweet corn and garden peas. After I add all of these, I'd also add about 2 more ingredients. Then I'll proceed with the mixing. So This ingredient is optional, but it is nice. This is half tablespoon of chili pepper. I'd add a little bit of water so that everything can cook properly, because I just added veggies. And then I'd add one major ingredient. Remember, I said this recipe is on how to cook Nigerian palm oil beans, right? So there is one last ingredient that needs to go into the pot, and I'm quite sure you have already guessed it. But before I add it, I'll mix the beans and the veggies properly to ensure that it all combines well. So for a recap, I have added sweet corn, green peas, chopped bell pepper, onions. I've added chopped red bell pepper, chopped yellow bell pepper, and chopped green bell pepper, with a little bit of water, which is needed to get everything to cook nicely. Okay, now that I'm done with the recap, it's time for the last ingredient, which is my palm oil. Because of where I live, my palm oil is frozen, but that's fine. All I'll do is to put the spoon into the hot pot of beans, and of course my palm oil will slide right off the spoon into the pot. After adding the palm oil, it's time to mix very, very well. So I'm going to give it a very, very good stir. Also, one major important essential thing that I have to say at this point is to ensure to cook on medium heat. The beans is already properly cooked, and here I have veggies that do not need to be overcooked. So I'll cover the pot, cook on medium heat for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, let me show you. Here is my beans. This is amazing, it's delicious, and it is lovely. And trust me, all you have to do is to follow this recipe with the step-by-step procedure, and the outcome is mouth-watering. This is my palm oil beans cooked with veggies. I'm just going to give it a good mix and a good stir, and then I'll set it aside and allow it to cool down. Wait for it. You see what my beans looks like now that it's cool. You notice that it looks much more thicker than it was earlier on. Yes, delicious beans is ready to be enjoyed. And one major thing about this beans recipe is it helps to incorporate vegetables in our diet. And it's not just incorporating vegetables, it is incorporating vegetables in a very delicious way. I hope you've been able to learn something for this recipe, and I hope you liked this video. Why not give me a thumbs up? Okay, leave a comment, share this video, and of course subscribe to this channel till I post my next video. Bye.